So you want to learn the American accent, but you just don't know where to begin? Come with me, we're going to break it down right now. So a lot of us are really confused about what to do to get ready to even perform with an American accent. Maybe your agent gave you an audition and just wants to see how you go. Or maybe it's a goal that you've got specifically in mind so that you want to expand your horizons and now start working with an American accent. The trouble is, maybe you've already done an American accent class and you still don't get it. Or you've worked with a dialect coach and you still don't get it. Maybe you've Googled, seen YouTube videos, and you still don't get it. Here's the problem that I see with a lot of actors, is that we learn the accent, but we don't really know how to bring it into performance. And that's where we falter. Because that's really what we want, isn't it? To feel confident and free when we're performing, so we can enjoy the performance and not focus on the accent. So I'm gonna break it down for you in this video. So I like to think of the process in 7 steps. The first step, of course, like anything you do as an actor, is you've got to prepare, right? You got to have your preparation. That's key. And for the American accent, you got to focus on a couple of things. 1, to create space. And number 2, to release tension. So what do I mean by that? Well, have a look at how you naturally form sounds. Do you tend to, speak with a lot of tension? Can you feel tension anywhere in the face? Could be in the jaw, could be in the lips. If you feel tension there, you need to be doing exercises to release that tension so you can create more space. Because Americans, when we speak, it's kind of like verbal gymnastics. We're creating a lot of space in the mouth. The articulators are moving, they're flowing from movement to movement, sound to sound. If you've got a lot of built up tension, it's going to be a lot harder to do that. So you need to start releasing tension in the articulators. And that's really going to help you out, give you a nice foundation for the American accent. And number 2 is placement. How do we form sounds in the American accent? And how does that differ to how you naturally form sounds? It could actually be dramatically different. So you really have to build an awareness and an understanding not only of how you form the American sounds, but how you naturally form sounds in your natural accent. That's really key to sounding more American. And then number 3 is pronunciation. How do you pronounce the sounds in the American accent? Of course, this is key. We all need to know how to pronounce the sounds. And this, dun-da-da, is a big pitfall for a lot of you, that you're just focusing on, how do I pronounce this sound in the American accent? And then you dive straight into performance. Well, you're missing a lot more steps. So while pronunciation is key, it's not the only step in your process to performing freely with the American accent. You see, being able to perform with an American accent isn't just about learning the sounds of the accent. There's so much more involved. So while number 3, step 3 is really important, pronunciation, of course we have to know the sounds, just make sure that you're not just focusing on pronunciation, that you are targeting other areas within the process. And that takes us to number 4, which is presentation. The intonation, the rhythm, the stress of the accent, finding that melody and that natural flow to how Americans speak so that you don't sound like a robot, you sound like a human being speaking naturally in the American accent. And that's going to change character to character, scene by scene, moment to moment. So you really got to break it down for yourself. And this is where you got to start thinking like an American. If I was an American, how would I approach this dialogue? Hold off taking it from our own perspective, from our own background, and now thinking of it from an American's point of view. And that's all about presentation. And number 5 is practice. Yep. That's right, you gotta practice. It's not gonna happen overnight, and it's not gonna magically happen if you don't put in the work. Just like anything that you want, if you put in the time, you put in the effort, it will happen. Take it in baby steps, little by little, day by day. Focus, make goals for yourself, and start to achieve those goals. But that's only gonna happen if you put in the time and do the work. Don't worry if you get frustrated or overwhelmed. We're all gonna have moments of that, oh no, I can't do it. Keep persistent, keep going towards your goal. Now, I know sometimes there's busy days and you might think, oh, I don't have time to practice, and then you don't practice that day. Make sure you at least try and do 5 minutes a day. That's the minimum, just 5 minutes to help you get just that little bit closer to your goal. And mix it up. Keep your practice interesting so that it keeps you motivated to work towards your goals. So make sure you're doing that practice. That leads us to performance preparation. And this is the beauty of the process where we're now bringing the accent into our performance. This is your rehearsal process, and this is your time to explore and have fun and be free and be bold, be big. Allow yourself to make big mistakes, huge mistakes, ginormous mistakes, because it's in those moments where we're gonna learn and we're gonna be able to get ourselves to that next level in performing with an American accent. And then number 7, performing with your American accent. Once you've gotten to this stage, you've really worked on all of those different steps within the process, you should be feeling freer and confident to perform with an American accent, which is exactly what we want, so that we can start achieving our goals and doing what we love to do, just with an American accent. Is it gonna take time? Yes. Am I gonna fail sometimes? Yes. But will you learn? Yes. You will learn from your mistakes, and that's all about the process. Will you feel freer performing with an American accent? Yes. Why? Because you've put in the time, you've built up your awareness, you now understand what it takes to perform freely and feel confident performing in this accent. So that's my process. Those are the 7 steps to performing freely and confidently with an American accent. Now, I'm sure you've got more questions about what we talked about today. So a great place to start is by downloading my free guide, which is all about what we talked about today. The 7 steps to performing freely and confidently with an American accent. It's yours, it's free, so you can get started today. So make sure you download that now. And also, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe as well so you can be notified every time a new video comes out about the American accent. I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye!